When the news first broke of Johnny Depp's divorce from Amber Heard, a ton of stories began pouring out that painted Depp as the abuser in the relationship. But after years of legal battles, it seems clear who was really doing the abusing. This is our breakdown of how Amber Heard lied about Johnny Depp. Number 3. The background. In this bizarre Hollywood divorce story, there's pretty much nothing off the table. The story of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp goes all the way back to 2009 when the pair met on the set of the film The Rum Diary. Depp starred as Paul Kemp, a journalist who takes a job in Puerto Rico in The Rum Diary, based off of Hunter S. Thompson's book of the same name. Thompson was Depp's real-life friend and idol. Heard played Chanot, a woman engaged to another man who Kemp is immediately smitten with as soon as he sees her. Heard told Vogue in 2011, "Working with Johnny was torture. It was better than I ever imagined," which is really saying something. The pair began dating, and one thing led to another. Previously, Depp had been in relationships with Winona Ryder from 1989 to 1993, Kate Moss 1994 to 1998, and Vanessa Paradis 1998 to 2012. He struck up a relationship with Heard soon after that. Meanwhile, Heard was in a relationship with the photographer and painter Tasia Van Ray for 4 years from 2008 to 2012 before splitting up. In 2015, the pair finally tied the knot in a small private ceremony. Unfortunately, like many marriages gone wrong, things were great at first, but after a little less than a year, the relationship started to go downhill. On a trip to Australia, hotel management found the apartment they had rented was completely destroyed. The two had clearly gotten into a physical altercation, though no one could confirm who had actually done the damage. In testimony later in court, Amber was found to have been lying about Depp doing the damage. Heard was the one to officially file for divorce at the end of the marriage. She accused Johnny Depp of domestic abuse, but eventually retracted the claims a little later with a $7 million divorce settlement outside of court. Around this time, the powerful Me Too movement was giving voices to women predominantly in entertainment who suffered from abuse. Heard leveraged this platform to speak about Depp. She wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post claiming he abused her. Depp quickly filed a defamation lawsuit against her for $50 million. Number 2. The trial. As the trial got underway, the lawyers used evidence to prove that Heard had been lying. She was accused of lying about being physically abused by Johnny Depp and manufacturing her injuries with makeup and camera tricks, the court heard. Depp, 57, sued News Group newspapers for libel over a story published in The Sun in 2018 which branded him a wife-beater, an allegation he denies. The trial is expected to come to an end very soon, with the judgment slated to be handed down at the end of October. Depp has denied ever being violent towards his ex-wife and claimed it was Heard who was abusive towards him throughout their relationship. During today's session, Depp's lawyer, David Sherborne, began his closing statements and accused Heard of lying about abusing Depp and creating the injuries she claimed to have suffered at his hands. He said pictures shown in court of Heard's injuries show strange coloration and lighting, adding they could have been altered with any number of easy-to-use applications. He told the court, "The pictures of Heard's injuries are taken of an actress, someone who is familiar with the use of makeup, makeup to change your character, makeup to present a fictional scene, makeup to ensure the audience believes what they see before them." But most importantly, none of the so-called injuries, which they are meant to prove, have been examined or investigated by anyone remotely professional. That is striking because of this case, said Sherborne. Heard has previously denied she created the injuries with makeup and insisted she used cosmetics to cover up her bruises. Mr. Sherborne told the court Depp had been open about his own drug problems and that he had a high tolerance to booze. By contrast, Heard had deliberately sought to hide or play down her misuse of drink and illegal drugs. Mr. Sherborne said Heard insisted medical notes were wrong. They were right when it suited her and wrong when it didn't, he said. How convenient. Doctors were lying, nurses were lying, police officers were lying. Only Ms. Heard was correct, at all times no matter what. Mr. Sherborne said she also played down her propensity to violence. She is the abuser, not Mr. Depp. He is no wife-beater. He said that during her testimony, Heard had only admitted to hitting Depp once, claiming she struck him in a bid to protect her sister Whitney during a fight in March of 2015. Mr. Sherborne went on to play the court a tape recording of Depp and Heard having a conversation on September 26, 2015. Depp can be heard saying at one point that Heard has punched him. In the tape, Heard replies to Johnny Depp saying, "I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you," adding that he is a baby. She then said, "I did start a physical fight." Mr. Sherborne then told the court, "If it was a man who said this, can you imagine what consternation there would be?" He called Heard's words on the tape a straightforward and unequivocal admission of hitting her husband. Mr. Sherborne referred to another recording taken in San Francisco in July 2016 after the couples split that summer. He told the court that in the tape, Depp can be heard telling his wife, "You haymakered me," referring to a punch. Mr. Sherborne added Heard made no attempt at denying it because she knew it was being taped, and if she did, Depp would say more about it. Mr. Sherborne also referenced the evidence given by Tara Roberts, the estate manager at Depp's home in the Bahamas, who claimed she saw Heard throwing things at the actor and attacking him. In her witness statement presented to the court, she claimed she had never seen Depp be violent or aggressive towards Heard. She went on, "I observed in December 2015 to my colleagues that Heard was a thrower, someone who threw projectiles." Ms. Roberts alleged she saw Heard lunge violently at the actor on the trip, pull his hair, and commit other aggressive physical acts against him. She added, "I never saw Johnny hit Amber or push her back, nor did he physically react to the attacks." Number 1. The libel case. After the defamation case against Amber Heard, Depp quickly went after the British tabloid newspaper The Sun. He claimed that the articles published about his apparent abuse had affected his career. That being said, British courts have yet to determine the outcome of this case. In that case, however, much of the focus was on providing the allegations published were factual and correct. In court, investigators revisited much of the evidence that had been given throughout the trial. She told the court Depp's claim that Heard was abusive to him could not be true as the actress weighs only 8 stone and, quote, lacked the physical ability, unquote, to attack the actor, who she called a hopeless addict. Ms. Wass claimed Depp's jealousy, addictions, and misogyny led to violent explosions that were followed by embarrassment and apologies. She also went over the couple's 2015 fight in Australia in which Depp's finger was severed and he used the stump to scrawl messages in his own blood. Ms. Wass told the court Depp was deranged and out of his mind during the incident. The court was read an email written by Heard to Depp back in 2015, but was never sent. In the note, Heard claimed she was sick of cleaning up Depp's bleep, vomit, and bleep after his benders. Ms. Wass also went over the former couple's honeymoon on board the Eastern and Oriental Express in Malaysia in August of 2015. She told the court that in her diary, Heard gave a graphic description of Depp trying to strangle her with her own shirt during a fight on the train. During the trial, Depp denied he'd ever been violent toward his ex-wife and claimed she'd been abusive towards him during their relationship. Lawyers for the news group are defending their case based on Heard's 14 allegations of abuse, which include claims of bust-ups between 2013 and 2016. If Depp is successful in his claim, the judge will have to decide what level of compensation he should receive, while he could be ordered to pay the son's legal fees if it doesn't go his way. General damages in libel cases are capped at £300,000 to £325,000. That's almost $400,000 in US dollars. This latest judgment between Depp and the tabloid newspaper is expected to be handed down in October. What do you think? Was Amber lying or was Depp? Let us know in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new and exciting content. This has been our breakdown of how Amber Heard lied about Johnny Depp. Have a good one.